Hey guys, this is me, Jay from GameBustersUK, and I'm not sure how well this video is going to do because it's a little bit windy now, but welcome to the outdoors. I thought it'd be different to do a vlog type thing because, well, I needed to get out. I finally got my ass up. I came here because basically it's probably going to be quiet and not many people about. There are more people than I thought, so there are a lot of people with their dogs about. I've basically tried to hide in a place where people won't really be walking about. It seemed pretty quiet at first because the path is like over there, so a lot of people walk along the path. There's also like basically a giant forest over there. I might show you guys a little bit of the park. This is Bourne Park. Basically I just want to talk to you guys. If you're only here for gaming, then we're not going to be talking about gaming really in this type of video. You can probably tell from the title. So this is your chance to leave if you're not interested. So like I say, I just wanted to talk to you, and I don't know if I'll make this a series, but if I do, I guess it would be called like Let's Talk or something. So yeah, I guess I'd call it like a Let's Talk with Jay. I don't know, it sounds like a talk show. Let's Talk with Jay. Welcome to the talk show, your host Jay. But so yeah, I just wanted to talk really. Anytime that I feel like I want to get something off my chest, I just look at a camera. But I'm going to upload this. I'm going to be absolutely real with you guys. So, you know, if this gets heavy, then please be aware that, yeah, it's going to be heavy, I guess. It's kind of like a spoiler warning, but not really. You know, so yeah. So, I just want to talk general about stuff. But if you like this idea of a let's talk, if you want me to talk about something, if you've got a comment and you're like, oh Jay, could you talk about this, your opinion on something, I don't know, it could be anything at all. I don't care what, it could be just general life, which is kind of like what I'm going to be talking about. Or as Footloose says, am I moaning about life again? I'm not moaning all the time, like most Brits. Not most Brits. But yeah, so this is going to be pretty heavy, and this is about talking about my struggles with autism. Now you're probably thinking, you don't have autism, don't lie. I do, and a lot of people don't realize, because my autism is mild compared to other people's, essentially. So a lot of people don't notice it. People who some people who know me will know I have autism. Some people, well, most people don't, because I'm pretty good at keeping it in check. The best way to describe my autism is it's due to like how emotional I am. If I am emotional in a way, then my autism like heightens that. So if I get happy, the autism can heighten that and make me super erratic and excited, and sometimes I'll even like jump up and down and wave my hands, and half the time I don't even realize I'm doing it. Truthfully, I don't even know I'm doing it half the time, and I'll make weird faces, and that's the autism. It's like I'm going into a separate mode. I'm transforming into my autistic state. That's the best way to describe mine, the way mine is. And when I was a kid, I was very hyper, very sporadic, and I thought I was just a hyperactive kid, but my mum was like, no, you've always had learning difficulties. She's like, yeah, you have autism. And I guess it's a hard pill to swallow, because I'm always embarrassed, because lots of people would tell me, why do you do this, why do you do that, and I wouldn't even know I'm doing it, and I used to think that it's like, I'm not doing it, you're lying to me. You know, my sister used to be like, Jay, why are you doing that? I'm not doing anything. And my dad would say, yeah, you are doing it, mate. And I'm like, am I? Like, the thing is, unless you have a mirror in front of you, I don't know what you know what I mean? Like, half the time I wouldn't even know I'm doing it. And I've been keeping it in check. How? Keeping my emotions in. Now, ironically, I would say not to really do that, because it can get really bad. And honestly, it has gotten really bad with me. I wouldn't say I was in a super dark place, but I wasn't in a good place. You know, school was just bad for me. I didn't enjoy it at all, really. I got bullied nearly every day of my life, primary school all the way up to high school. That only kind of stopped towards the last year. of high school when I was 16, year 11. That's when it kind of stopped. But then I went to sixth form, and then new people, new faces, and I got made fun of by some people in sixth form. They eventually backed off after they realised that, you know, they should fuck off, you know. But it wasn't easy, and I got bullied for different reasons. And I got asked this before: did I get much racism? And I'm like, actually, no, not really. I didn't get made fun of. I want to say because there were black people that were popular, and it's like, well, people wouldn't dare make fun of them, I guess, because they're popular. I don't know, but not really. Maybe once, someone called me the N-word who wasn't black, who was white. Not being racist, I'm just saying. But he was straight up was being racist. But no, most of the time I got made fun of because of my autism that I didn't know I had, when I got stupid sporadic and I can't control myself. And you know, that is just me. That it over the years it's been hard to accept that is me, but that is just me. I struggle to meet new people in person because I have such a guard around me, because I had such a bad experience in school and it scarred me. Like, I'm being real with you, it scarred me. And it's like, I feel like slowly over the years I'm getting a little bit better, but I've still shut myself out, you know, shut myself from the world. So it's not been easy, but like I said, I tend to keep my emotions in check, and that's how I kind of do it. But you see me rocking, that's kind of like a habit, and also like my autism kind of kicking in. Like, you do things, you know, you do things, you know how like you have your general habits. Well, I do things, and I know I still have it anyway, because I played Use Your Words, a fun multiplayer game with some internet buds of mine and Jamie. And they were saying to me, they were like, oh, like the stream was crapping out, and they said, oh, Jay, you're too excited, your the stream can't handle it. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I'm too good for this stream. And this Twitch can't handle this excitement. What I didn't realize is that they literally meant I was in sporadic autism mode. And I looked back at the footage and I was like, wow, I haven't been in sporadic autism mode in a long time. You know why? Because I hold my emotions back. But over the years, I've come out my shell a little bit more. And I guess tried a little bit more emotion in. A lot of people would say I look grumpy, and that's probably because I do. Because I'm trying not to... I don't know how to really control my emotions, not to the point where I'm like, I'm just going to be like a robot and completely balk myself out, but I'm learning to just kind of be relaxed. You can be happy, but try not to be too over the top. And if I am, I am. It happens. Like, I had fun playing Use Your Words. I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. That is the real me, and I feel like it might have been the first time that my internet buds saw me like that. So if you haven't been watching this internet buds, yeah, I have autism, and that's why I was very, very, very sporadic. When someone gets happy, I go past that, because my autism's like, and I act like a little kid, and I can't control it. I'm 26 years old, and I can't control it. That's just how I am. And that's why I feel really bad for those who are really severe with autism, like really bad. I'm quite lucky that I can kind of keep it in check, you know. Most people can't keep it in check. Most people unfortunately have to deal with very severe autism their lives, and you know, and I nearly was gonna go to like a specialized school. I hate that word because that just sounds like, when people say special needs, it just sounds rude. But I don't know, you know, I know people use that, but you know, to go to a school where, I know there might be more people with learning difficulties basically, but apparently a teachers meeting when I was young, you know, I don't know if you guys know about teachers meetings. I suppose it depends on who's watching this. If you're young, if you're my age, I don't know. Teacher meetings basically, or parent meetings, sorry, I should say. Your parents come in and you talk to the teacher. Sometimes I used to dread that because I think I did some bad stuff. But yeah, there was one point where I came in, and I don't remember this, but Mum was saying like, oh yeah, like Jay's improving. Like, my learning was improving, my reading was improving, my attention span was improving. And so my mum was like, oh, maybe I'll be alright, maybe I don't need to go to a different school. And so I decided to stay there, though she did say if to leave school she would take me out of school. She knew I was being bullied, and she said, you know, I'll take you out of school. But to be honest, I didn't want I didn't want the bullies to win. One thing I will mention about the bullies, I'm going to thank them. You know why? Because toughened me up. The damage was done, don't get me wrong. As they say, like, you know, sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never help me. But that's total crap. Words can really hurt you. Kids are mean. Kids are very mean, and I still see it and still hear about it, and it really saddens me where some people get, and then it's like, oh yeah, like now cyberbullying. It's still bullying either way, but I just hate it. I hate the way kids treat each other. It's horrible. Some people are tough and can scare them off. Other people are just very sensitive, vulnerable, and weak, and you know, it's like they've got no one to talk to, and they've got like hardly any friends, if any, and it's horrible, man. It's horrible. One of the reasons why I don't like working in schools in general, I don't like dealing with kids at all, or teachers. They're not any better. They weren't any help when I was getting bullied, that's for sure. Really, in my opinion, I came to realize that I could only rely on myself when I was at school. My mum, don't get me wrong, my mum and dad were very supportive. My dad would basically be like, get strong, beat him up, and you'll be fine. My dad was like, you know, toughen up, you can do this, you're my son, type of thing. You know, it's like, oh, thanks, I don't feel that I'm not as tough as my dad. My dad will always tell stories about him fending off like 5 men. I'm like, dude, what is this, Action Man? Some sort of Action Man film? No. But yeah, I eventually toughened up and hardened up, but the problem with that is that I shut myself off from most people. Only my few friends, which was actually Leon and Mark, which you guys might know as GameBustersUK, and Jamie. I met Jamie in high school. I've stuck with them. They've been my good friends for years. I know I can trust them, and I'm fairly certain they can trust me. But I've never... it's not easy for me to let people in my circle. Does that make sense? It's like I have a circle, and those are my circle, my friends, and they're the only friends I have, like true friends I have. I have my internet buddies, and honestly, I'd love to meet them at one point. I'd love to meet Foot. I'd love to meet Stars. I'd love to meet Video Game Stupid in America. Because I honestly think they are really cool, pretty cool dudes. I think they are nice blokes. They're you know, they're fun to have a laugh with. So I'd really like to meet them. There were some other people I wanted to meet. I think like Dag, but I don't really talk to Dag anymore. Dag Fari. That's why I like going to conventions. You know, I even have random people talk to me at conventions, which is just odd because I'm not used to people talking to me randomly. But it kind of didn't help that I had a Crash Bandicoot shirt, and everyone was like, "I like your Crash Bandicoot shirt. Where did you get it?" But it's a very nice day. It's not too hot, but the sun's out. It's cool. It goes in and it goes out. So I'm not really a heat person, but I don't hate the sun. Like the sun makes everything looks nicer, I guess. Like it brightens up the place. I just don't like being under the sun and the heat. I'm not very good at that. I'm definitely more for autumn. Autumn's like the perfect for me. But yeah, like, I mean, I still battle with autism right now, and if the off chance someone's with like autism, I mean, I don't even know if they would be, but if anyone's got like any problems, like let me know in the comment section below. If you want to talk about anything, let me know. Like I said, if there's anything you want me to talk about, then let me know. This won't always be a dark thing. Like I said, I might want to do this again. I might do 2 videos actually while I'm here if I've got enough on my camera, and you know there. But yeah, so I'm autistic, guys, and you know I'm always going to be dealing with it for the rest of my life. You know, and it's just one of those things. You know, I'm embarrassed. Like one of the reasons why I don't go on to dates is because I'm embarrassed to find someone who will accept me. You know, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm more worried about just getting a job and stop being a bum and leeching off my parents, because I don't like leeching off my parents. I haven't like took any money from them or anything, but I mean they are paying for me to stay there for free technically in their home. I'm 26. I kind of want to move out now, really, but it's so costly. You ask Mark, he'll tell you. It's like he has a job, but like he can't afford to live on his own. What actually happens sometimes is that if the rare chance I do know it happens, right, and I try to resist, it's like my body tenses up, and I tense up so hard that I can actually hurt myself. I'm not kidding. I'm straining my body so badly because the autism's trying to escape, and it's like I'm fighting myself. It's like a different personality, and I actually hurt my neck really badly for a few days, 3 or 4 days. And my mum saw it, and she was like, you were tensing up, weren't you? And I was like, yeah. And I'm trying not to tense up because it doesn't help if I go autism. Go autism mode. If I go transformation autism mode, go. If it happens, I should just let it happen because that's just how I am. Sometimes I even edit it out. You might even notice in vlogs, like sometimes I'll do like that. Can't control it. I mean, at that point I could control it because I was doing it, but a lot of time I just went. So if you ever see me make funny faces, that's like part of the autism and stuff. But my sister used to be like, you keep doing that, and now I'm conscious of it, that I just try to not do it. But sometimes, I feel relaxed and I'll just be like, well, not the tongue, but so I just basically just want to get that off my chest, guys. That is my battle with autism. I don't think there's anything else I want to say for this video. Let me know if you've got anything you're battling with, anything at all. Maybe you've got a hearing problem, I don't know. Maybe you're in a wheelchair, I don't know. Anything you want to get off your chest. And like I said, if you do like this idea, I don't think many people really care, to be honest, but if you do like this idea, if you want me to talk about something, then let me know. I'd be happy to just give my opinion on something, or just what I think about this. Let's talk about politics. Well, hopefully no one will ask that because I don't care. But anything like that. I just wanted to chat with you guys, and it really helps for me to talk to a camera. And guys, if there's anything I could say to you, right, is that if you're not confident in yourself, especially like talking on camera, just have a camera and talk to it, and don't record. Just have it on and look at the screen. You're looking at yourself, just practice, because I find it really, really helps. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Throw us a like if you did, and like I said, anything you want me to talk about, just leave in the comment section below. Hopefully the next topic that I do will be less heavy. So yeah, take care, guys. I'll see you next time.